Which quarterback, Neil, gives Maryland a better chance of upsetting the Buckeyes on Saturday in College Park?
I think it has to be Caleb Rowe, only because he's a more traditional pocket passer, and he's the guy that actually targets Stephon Diggs in the passing game.
Yeah.
And that's really what the Buckeyes have struggled with. They've struggled with these talented receivers, so I think that's the way to do it. There's more plays designed for the run when he's not in the pocket, but I think he's definitely the guy that gives
Caleb Rowe. Do you agree with that, Scott?
Yeah, I think normally you side with the dual threat and C.J. Brown, but given that Michael Brewer, the traditional pocket passer, was the one who went into Columbus and beat Ohio State when Virginia Tech scored that huge upset, I think you've got to go for some of the reasons that Neil mentioned with Caleb Rowe.
I would go the other way. I actually want C.J. Brown. I think if you're the underdog, especially facing an offense that has the capability to put up 40 or 50 points a game, I think you want to shorten the game. And the way to do that is ball control and running the ball more often. I think that's what Brown can provide for him.
The dual threat thing is, I mean, I agree that you want your sort of more seasoned players, and Brown obviously has been around a long time. He's hit with the injury bug.
I think too, by running the ball more, you shorten the game and give fewer chances to Ohio State.
Right. Either way, you wouldn't expect Randy Edsall to come out and announce who his starter is going to be until the last minute, would you?
No, that might be like the pretty big. It might have been good that Brown got nicked up because they can play this game with him now.
Right. It is the left wrist, so it's not going to affect his throwing. So I mean, do you expect to see Brown at all in this game?
I think even if Rowe gets the start, if he's healthy, I think for some of the reasons that Adam mentioned, he does just provide a different look to that Ohio State defense.
Maryland currently #1 in the East in the Big Ten standings. I know it's early.
What hotel are you going to say after Rose Bowl?
That's right, Indianapolis. We're already making our plans.
Is this where we all give a different team to win the Big Ten? Is that what this part of the segment is?
No, but how big? I mean, how big a game? Like, think back for a minute. How big a game is this in perspective for local college football? Is this about as big a game as there's been in the last, 15 years? I mean, Florida State has come in as a top-ranked team.
Well, I mean, Virginia Tech has played some big games.
Yep.
If you want to count them.
Yeah, Vatek's played some games up here in FedEx too. I don't really count Blacksburg as part of our area, but we do cover the team. So, what do you guys think as far as sort of how big a game this will be?
It's a statement game. I mean, Ohio State is a big-time program, and if Maryland could somehow come away with a win, like you said, I mean, they're already competitive in the Big Ten. This could put them over, at least get them in the conversation of perhaps winning the conference and maybe even sniffing a playoff spot. I mean, you never know. Stranger things have happened.
Sniffing a playoff spot? You don't mean like the final? You mean a bowl? Yeah, I got you.
A bowl, the committee or whatever.
You've been very bold today. I like that. I
mean, I would also be really curious to the reaction if they won. If they could sort of if Maryland football could become something that sort of gets on our front page often,
yeah, sure.
And is sort of can push through some of the Redskins and Nationals. I mean, if they beat Ohio State, I honestly wonder how big a deal it would be. It would be a big deal for that program, but is that program a big deal to sort of rise to the surface?